Hi, this is David Scott. Today we're going to learn how to take a piece of sheet music and turn it into a lead sheet. Now, sheet music looks a little something like this. This is All My Rowdy Friends by Hank Williams Jr. 4 pages with piano reduction. We're going to bring that down to 2 pages, and we're going to have it be something that everybody in the band can use. Drummers, guitar players, bass players, everyone. And nobody will have to turn any pages. Now, we're going to go through this in 10 steps, and don't freak out because we'll take each of the steps individually and break it down for you so it's very clear. The first step is to take the original sheet music and number the bars and label the sections. Next, highlight all the form indicators in the sheet music, like repeat signs, DS signs. Count the number of bars in each section. After that, make a list of the sections and how many bars is in each. Then we want to minimize the sections using form indicators. Wherever we can throw in a repeat or a DS, we'll do that to make it shorter. Then we copy the header and the sections to our staff paper. Then we add the form indicators onto the staff paper, like DS's and repeats, and highlight them. We find any special rhythms in the original sheet music and transfer them to the staff paper. Then we add the chords and the time slashes to staff paper to show the band what chords they need to play. Finally, add any special instructions to the staff paper. Now what we're going to do is go through these 10 steps one by one with this song, Rowdy Friends.
I gotta get ready, make everything right, 'cause all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Step 1. Number bars and label sections in the sheet music. Go through the sheet music and number every single bar, upper left-hand corner, just like you see here. Don't worry about first and second endings, just keep on numbering until you're done. Next, we're going to mark the sections. I decided to call the first 4 bars the intro, and then where the vocal comes in, I got ketchup on my blue jeans, I'm calling that the verse. On the second page, where it says, do you wanna drink, it calls do you wanna the chorus. But we're going to move that to the downbeat. The downbeat of the next measure is going to be the section that we want the drummer to really accent. We don't want him to accent the pickup notes. We want him to hit right on that strong downbeat on the word drink. The next page doesn't seem to have any new sections, but it does have this goofy thing, to next strain. Now we got to figure out what that means. I think what it's telling us to do is go on to the next page and see what happens then. If we go to the next page, we can see that we have an instrumental solo for 4 bars repeated to make 8 bars. We're going to call that the solo. Then the vocal comes in for 4 more bars before it takes the DS, which is going to lead us back to the verse section. So we're going to call that a bridge. Now our next job is to highlight all the form indicators in the sheet music and see what's going on here. On page 1, the only form indicator is the sign. When we come to the DS, we'll know that we'll jump back to this sign. On page 2, we see we have a forward repeat. When we come to a reverse repeat, we'll know where to come back to, bar 19. Page 3 has a lot of interesting information, a first, second, and third ending. We're only going to take the first ending right now, at the end of which it says to next strain. So we're going to jump ahead to page 4. That's where we have the 8-bar instrumental solo and the bridge, 4-bar bridge with a DS sign at the end. Now we remember where to take that DS back to, the verse, back on page 1. So we do that verse again, go ahead to page 2, come to the chorus. We still haven't found a reverse repeat to match that forward repeat. Go on to page 3. This time we take the second ending and we finally see that reverse repeat. Go back to page 2, back to the chorus, bar 19 again, forward to page 3, and this time we take the third ending and we can see the little indication there, F-I-N-E. That doesn't mean fine, it means fine, or the end.
Hey, do you wanna party? Hey, honey, this is old hey.
Now we count the number of bars in each section. On that first page we have an introduction that's 4 bars long. Now the verse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on that page. Add it to 6 on the next page is 14. Look at the chorus, 6 on that page and 8 on the next page. That gives us 14 bars of the chorus. Now, next we're going to skip ahead to the next strain, which is on the third page, and that gives us the 8-bar instrumental solo followed by the 4-bar bridge. Now let's take the DS back to page 1. We have another verse, same numbers here, 8 on the first page, 6 on the second page for 14 bars of the verse. Now we have another chorus, 6 bars plus 8 bars take the second ending, but it still ends up 14 bars. Back up to page 2. Now we have the chorus again, only this time we have 6 on the first page, and if we take the third ending, you'll see we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6 is 12, so that final chorus is a little different. We're going to call it a tag chorus and say that it's only 12 bars instead of 14.
We cooked a pig in the ground, got some beer on ice, and all my rowdy friends are coming.
All right, that was the hard part, but now it gets fun. Make a list of the sections and how many bars are in each section. We've already done that, and here's our list. Now that we have this list, we can sort of disregard the original sheet music and take this as our blueprint. The next step is to minimize the sections using the form indicators. Going back to our list, we can see that the verse and the chorus happen twice, right next to each other. So what if we skip from the bridge, after the bridge, back up to the first verse and hit that chorus? That would allow us to cross off the second verse and chorus, so we don't have to write it out again. And we can minimize this back to a smaller amount of paper. Now once we get to the end of the chorus, we're going to have to jump ahead, skipping the solo and the bridge, down to the tag chorus, which we're now going to call our coda. And this gives you a new form. Intro, verse, chorus, solo, bridge, DS al coda. That takes us back to the verse, chorus, then skip ahead to the coda. And at this point, we can disregard our old terminology and add what are called rehearsal letters. These are easier for the band to follow and don't require terminology like verse and chorus. The intro we're going to continue to call the intro, and then the verse is going to be letter A, the chorus, letter B, the solo, letter C, the bridge, letter D. We'll repeat back, do A and B again, and then skip to the coda.